Hey everybody, it's Christy with Everything Cross Stitch, and we just released our October 2021 ECS Stitch and Stuff box, and we decided to switch things up a bit and do something a little different for this box. So hopefully you're tuning in, because this one was a little bit of a doozy to do and put together. So stay tuned because there's just a lot going on with this box, and I just want to make sure I get all the information out there for you guys. So here we go. The theme of the box is called Pick of the Patch. So it is fall related, fall themed. I love fall. As you can tell, I'm a pumpkin spice girl. I love everything dealing with fall. The weather is like my all-time favorite, and we're just not having that here in Ohio right now, which is really annoying. It's very humid and like in the 80s, and I really don't like that. So I'm a little warm in the sweatshirt right now, but I gotta wear it because it's October. So yeah, the Pick of the Patch is a really, really adorable pumpkin pillow project that you guys are going to do. So switching things up with this box, instead of getting an exclusive design and some really cool products, we are giving you a very intricate, detailed, exclusive design, as well as all of the items necessary needed to make a pillow, to make this whole project. So kind of cool. This was a learning experience for me. I am not a sewer, a good one at least. I can do very basic things like patch holes and sew buttons back on and things like that, fix stuffies, things like that. But I am not like a very good hand sewer. So this was a learning experience for me. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos. Thank goodness those are out there. And I still didn't get it 100%. Especially the ladder stitch, if any of you are familiar with that. That is not my thing. I'm just not good at it. I'm sure maybe down the line with more practice I'll get better, but yeah. So yeah, this is kind of like this was a labor of love, this box. A lot of fun to put together. Like I said, a learning experience. So yeah, let's go ahead and like just dive right into what you're getting. So Pick of the Patch is this adorable pillow here. So this is what you're ultimately going to be making. This is the design that was done by Pam Kellogg, who designs and operates Kitty and Me Designs. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with her work, but I think she's pretty popular on Everything Cross Stitch. I always see her designs popping up in the what's trending type of stuff. So I always see her in there. So yeah, we reached out to her and she created this beautiful, intricate, detailed design. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I love the shading, kind of like the ombre stuff going on. And this is what the back looks like. It's just like the orange backing here filled with stuffing. So yeah, I made this little guy. This was my fourth attempt at making him. So fourth and final attempt, because I had to do tutorials and figure things out and like all that kind of stuff. So you guys definitely won't need that many tries. So yeah, if you guys are, if you've done pillows before for cross stitching or just in general, and you kind of have your own way of doing them, or you don't want to follow my instructions, more than fine. Totally understand, especially if people have done them before. Also, if you have a sewing machine, and you'd rather use that instead of hand sewing, I would do that. It made me wish that I had a sewing machine. This project. Not that the hand sewing was hard. It just would have been easier for me. But I know not everybody has a sewing machine like myself. So by doing the hand sewing, it makes sure that everybody is included to make their own pillow. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started as to what's included in your box. There's no confetti in this box. Surprise. So you won't have any confetti popping out at you when you open your box, but you will have, first and foremost, when you open it, you're going to have this giant bag of stuffing. So, yeah, giant bag of stuffing. I talk about it in the tutorial. I pretty much used the entire bag for this pillow. The other attempts that I did, I didn't use as much, and I definitely liked the fuller pillow look. So, yeah, I used all that stuffing in this little guy. So, yeah, you'll see this first and foremost. So, yeah. Next up, you're going to have your inserts that'll be in here. You'll just have the one insert that's a little message from myself and Jennifer. And then on the back, just gives you what's included. And then your coupon codes are down at the bottom. Coupon codes are good for one time only, and they expire at the end of November. So November 30th is the last day to use those if you choose to. The other insert will be your chart for the design. So you'll have your chart over here, your color key, pretty self-explanatory, like we do all the time. And then on the back of this one are your written pillow assembly instructions. Now these are written from my point of view. I have, this is basically, I made multiple people read this to make sure it made sense to them. Because like I said, this was my first time doing this kind of thing. So I wanted to make sure everybody could understand what I was saying, and you can follow along with these instructions if you decide to use them. So yeah. So I will also be putting up a tutorial with pictures and things here in this video. So if you'd rather use that because you're more of a visual learner like myself, then stay tuned because that is coming up here in just a little bit. But they are also written down, so on the back of the chart. So after you have those two inserts, you're going to have, we call this, it's just a bag of your thread cards. Yep, 2 thread cards. And your needle will be in here as well. And in front is what we call a kit sheet, and it's just basically your guide to the thread cards. And we'll go over, I want to go over this with you guys here in just a second. You're also going to see in the box, you'll also get a case of fabric pins that are extremely helpful for creating your little pillow. So stick onto these guys. And then at the very bottom, you will have your pieces of fabric. We are giving you a 10 inch by 10 inch piece of 14 count fiddler's cloth. The color is oatmeal light. So I love this fabric. Really goes well with a fall design. And then you're also getting a 10 inch piece, square 10 inch by 10 by 10, square of the orange fabric that you will use for the backing. So these will be folded in quarters for you guys. So feel free to iron these out if you need to for when you go to create your pillow if needed. I did that for the, I didn't do it for this fabric, but I did iron out this just because I wanted it to look nice. So yeah. So yeah, that's what is coming in your box. So you're getting everything that you need to do this exclusive full whole project that you will have for many, many years to come to put out for your fall decor, because that's what I plan on doing with this guy. So, okay, let's dive into this, these thread cards really quick. I just wanted to throw some things out there. So there will be 2 thread cards, and the instructions on the thread card are like they have been in the past when we give you guys these instead of skeins. So we always ask that you lay the card down with the, whoops, got stuck there. Lay it down with the white side up with the holes to the left. And the colors are in order on the card as they are here for thread card number 1. So we ask that you just write the number down next to the hole that matches the color. So thread card number 1 will start at 347 and end at 3855. So that one's pretty easy. Now the second thread card is a little different because in order for Pam to kind of get this beautiful shading that she's done in this pattern, she did use some blended colors, which we had never done before for this type of, one of our boxes. So, and I know some people know what blended colors are, and some people don't. So I just wanted to just go over it really quick. So it's the same concept as thread card number 1. They are in order on the card as they are on the kit sheet. But the thing with blended is there's one symbol for the 2 colors. So what you're going to do, for example, this is color 3078 and this is color 3821. And they have one symbol. So you're going to take one strand of 3078, one strand of 3821, put them together through your needle, and that is the color you will use for that specific symbol. It's all put out here on the little kit sheet, but again, sometimes it just helps to have somebody explain it. So yeah, you'll have, I think 6 colors are like that. So 6 colors, 6 symbols total, but there's 12 colors that are blended. And then at the very end, this is where we had some product supply issues and we had to kind of switch things up for some of the boxes. So some of you are going to get on your thread card at the very bottom, holding it the wrong way. At the very bottom, you're going to have 9 strands of DMC color 922. And then some of you are going to have in your bag, instead of having it on your thread card, you're just going to have a skein of DMC 922. So it's the same concept. Some of you are just getting a skein, some of you are just getting it on the thread card. But the 922, there's going to be a hole in between, an empty hole. This 922 color is strictly used for sewing purposes, for sewing the pillow together. So yeah, and you're going to use all 6 strands to sew it together. And I didn't have any problems doing that. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, or if you have a different sewing thread at home that you want to use, feel free. But it worked just fine for me. So yeah, so you'll be getting 9 strands of that, or a whole skein. So yeah, I just wanted to go over those things with you. That's pretty much everything that is in the box. And if you want to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and post the tutorial. It's just some photos that I took while I was putting the pillow together, and just a voiceover of the steps that I'm taking. So yeah, go ahead and check out the tutorial for Pick of the Patch pillow.
Okay, here are the steps I took to create my Pick of the Patch pillow. Once your exclusive design is stitched, lay the orange fabric piece down and lay your stitch piece on top of that so the back of your project is facing you. Using the fabric pins included in your box, pin the fabrics in place by going around the square, only pinning 3 sides. Then thread your needle with the included DMC 922 thread using all 6 strands. Once your needle is threaded, knot off the bottom of your thread. Going in about 1/2 inch or about 7 to 8 fabric holes, go ahead and start stitching going up the sides of the square. I used a simple running stitch, keeping 2 to 3 holes apart from each other, and you can remove the pins as you get to them while stitching the sides. Once 3 sides are sewn together, you're going to close the corners of the pillow by sewing 4 to 5 stitches on each side. This will leave an open pocket in the middle for the stuffing. You're going to carefully flip the fabrics inside out so the stitched portion is now facing outward. Don't pull too hard while trying to turn the fabrics out, and you can use the end of a pen or a pencil to push out and shape out the corners. Once the stitched piece is on the outer side of the pillow, fill it with the stuffing included. Use the desired amount of stuffing just to make sure to pack the sides and the corners so the pillow fills out. You're going to want to push the stuffing down pretty well so it isn't coming out of the open pocket. It helps to fold the fabrics down a bit to line up with the rest of the closing of the pillow, and you can use a fabric pin to pin them in place. To close the open portion of the pillow, you're going to be using a ladder stitch. A video on how this is done is included in the description of the ECS October Stitch and Stuff box video, and here's the diagram on how it is done as well. This is what the closure of the pillow will look like after doing a ladder stitch. And here is the final product of the Pick of the Patch pillow for the ECS October 2021 Stitch and Stuff box.
Okay, so hopefully that tutorial is helpful for you guys. I am also going to be posting some video links in the description of this video. So if you click on the description part here at the bottom, you'll see some links there for videos that I used to help myself put this video together. Like I said, I had a particularly hard time with the ladder stitch, and it's just because I've never done it before. So I did need some help with that, and like mine is not perfect, but it's at the bottom of my pillow, and I don't mind it. It's kind of, you know, it's mine. I know I did it, so no one else is gonna know. So I'll just sit him out, and he'll look fine. So yeah. One more thing I wanted to tell you guys before I go off here is there's not going to be a ECS floss tube video for this month. I try not to do one when we're releasing a box, so there's not too many videos. So yeah, I will have an ECS floss tube video for you guys next month. Got some things to recap and like talk about for the month of November. So stay tuned for that. And I also wanted to give a shout out to my coworkers for helping me with this box. This was a huge labor of love. Like I said, since we've never done something like this before, there were just a lot of pieces of it that needed to be put together on the back side of things, and they just killed it. We had deadlines and due dates and things like that, and they just killed it. They showed up and did the work, and I really really appreciate it. It helped me out a ton. So yeah, from the thread cards to the cutting the fabric to putting stuffing in bags, on top of all the other stuff that they do. So thank you to Julie and Stacy for helping me out with this guy. Like I said, true labor of love, and it's just really, really, really cute. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you enjoy the kind of different way we went with this one. Maybe we'll do something like it again. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed doing this kind of thing and learning some new stuff along the way. So yeah. Happy stitching, happy fall to you guys, and I'll talk to you next month. And be on the lookout for our next ECS Stitch and Stuff box that will be released in January of 2022. Happy stitching, guys.